It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Silver and Black, and it comes your way next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his fourth season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A draft day trade sent Hollywood Brown much closer to Hollywood when Baltimore shipped him to Arizona for a first-round pick. He's joining the Cardinals at a great time, too, coming off of a breakout season that saw him cross 1,000 yards for the first time on a career-best 91 receptions. He's going to make an already exciting offense that much more dynamic.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner, and he stopped immediately there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, fancy running by Murray. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Here's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Carr now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Carlson able to put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run behind center with Conner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Murray now. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Carr. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes Dortch on the return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he used his quickness to make a play.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones is now over 100 sacks in his career and has had at least 10 in each of his last 7 full seasons. Las Vegas, they got real good, real fast when they landed him in the offseason.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, a give to Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Connor up the middle. Pushes him over. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Murray now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun now from Murray. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll come out in the pistol. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Looking middle, and that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr caught on the right side by Adams. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Carr going to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Carr now to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Murray over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field, but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. To throw is Murray. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw, it's Murray. Finding Ertz again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Play fake. Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
They'll run for it with Connor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing now is Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Max Crosby is really starting to get his due around the league as one of the best young pass rushers in the game. 25 sacks in his first 3 seasons.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And now here come the Raiders. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Oh, it's real easy to celebrate the throw there, but this was all about the protection because he had all day to sit back, survey the situation, and then really step into that one. He wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of his offensive line, though.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, it's Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man, 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Murray going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Here's Connor on the read option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Murray now. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On play action, now Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, 1st down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Gotta give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now to throw. Ertz over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Flush to his right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Catch made it, and the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's got room inside the 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble, they get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 66 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On play action, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Carr. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown! Tyron Johnson, 39 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Connor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Carr on the bootleg. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 5. A minute 55 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Back to throw, Murray. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. Murray to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for two. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Carr.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Carr to throw.
Escaping the... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.